Welcome back to the BFC. All right, I've been wanting to talk about CYBL for a while, and no, we're not pink current yet, but I'm going to get to that in a second. I also wanted to share my entry into another investment that I think could be a substantial long-term growth stock. Remember, none of this is financial advice, so please make sure you do your due diligence. Also, I'm going live tomorrow at 8 p.m. with an open Q&A roundtable with what I believe is a completely under-the-radar company, Dddx Industries. So you should definitely take advantage of this. No memberships, no fees, just straight up DD on the BFC, and all are welcome. All right, CYBL, let's get into this. I have not wavered here. Many of us are frustrated with the pink current situation. Yes, they stabbed themselves in the foot with the filings, but this is what I ask myself. Is the sacrifice that Mark made, getting the products such as the K-8 drone into the hands of the DoD, as well as spending time in Ukraine and meeting with boots on the ground to see how they could assist in a global conflict with their products, was it worth it? I say yes. 100%, absolutely. There are many of you you're going to cash out the minute this thing runs up. You're going to get your money back. You're going to walk. I get it. There's no right or wrong answer. You do you. As for me, if you think I've waited all this time to not enjoy the fruits of the labor, the results of the hard work of Mark Schmidt and the entire Cyberlux team, this is a stock that I wanted to get in and out of last summer. I called it my summer fling. But the more DD I did, I realized that this guy has 100% conviction in the product and their capabilities. So, yes, this turned into a little bit of long-term love. All right, I'm not getting creepy, but seriously, I respect Mark and all the hard work that he's done. Yes, the filings have been an issue. We know that. But I didn't wait all this time to dump it. Hell no. There have been many voices, especially on Twitter land and in the OTC world, that haven't wavered in their conviction for CYBL. And they back it up with facts and real due diligence. And if you are in CYBL and aren't following these people, I suggest you do. They have been pounding the table on this for 2 years. Beast Mode Activated has been all over this thing. He says right here, this was posted June 3rd. Cyberlux K-8 included in $2 billion Ukraine package are procured directly from Cyberlux using USAI funds, not drawn from DoD stock, which means it will take time to be manufactured and delivered to Ukraine. Takes time for realized revenue to show up on the books. I know many people were concerned about, well, how come this revenue hasn't showed up on their quarter one report? It's going to take time to get there. He also posted that just now on CNN, the use of FPV drones in Ukraine. Drones are the future, the big equalizer, vital to the war effort. The goal is to purchase 200,000 drones by the end of the year. And he's saying hopefully Cyberlux can get in on this. WillOS is another one that has been pounding the table on this. Cyberlux, quick update on 530, JMH Group, and Charles Yesian, am I saying this correctly? I have no idea. Filed a lobbying report on behalf of Cyberlux, introduction of drone capabilities to congressional offices, inclusive of HASC and SASC, and Tigris has been on this since day one. All right, let's look what she says, and she mentions about this as well. Still in the process of lobbying their drone capabilities to congressional offices, including House Armed Services Committee and Senate Armed Services Committee, along with Senator Ted Cruz and others. And this is key. And she says this, just because we don't see OTCM updates doesn't mean they aren't working. I completely believe, and based on all the DD, that they are busting their asses to get things done. And right here on Forbes, it doesn't get any clearer than this, but perhaps the most advanced new FPV drone headed to Ukraine is the K-8 from Cyberlux, which was announced as part of a package of security assistance back in February. The K-8 drone was a complete unknown and does not appear on the company's list of their drones. What we do know is that Cyberlux CEO Michael Schmidt, which actually should be Mark Schmidt, come on Forbes, get it right. It's Mark, not Mike. Who's Mike? Demonstrated the K-8 to the Ukrainian military, and they liked it. So it doesn't get any clearer than this, guys. If these aren't indicators on what's to come, then I don't know what is. I really don't. So, all right, next up, my latest plunge into the investing world, IFIS, ticker IFUS, Impact Fusion International. I was turned on to this stock by a gentleman who refers to himself as the Professor. Now, I'm not going to lie, I was a bit hesitant at first, but I had a chance to talk in depth with him about what the company will actually be offering. And ladies and gentlemen, I was truly blown away. If this plays out the way they intend, IFIS will revolutionize the cattle industry and save ranchers and farmers hundreds of millions of dollars. I want you to click in the description and read through the PowerPoint and click on the video because, you know me, in the true spirit of due diligence, I asked the Professor to join me on the BFC to share some of that due diligence. And he did, and thanks again, Professor, for joining me. Trust me, this guy could have went on for hours. I had a phone call with him prior to that, about a week prior, and he was just unloading information on me. My head was spinning. So if you're looking also to get more information on IFIS, they have an IFIS Discord. Send me a DM, and I'm going to point you in the right direction. It's single-handedly the best IFIS Discord and source for DD all around. So reach out to me if you're looking for more information. All right, let's get to the security details here. They have a market cap of 7.4 million, authorized share count of 625 million, and an outstanding share count of 493 million. Now look, the restricted shares they're locked up pretty nicely. Restricted more than the unrestricted. They are invested in themselves, and I like this. And so they haven't an updated float yet, but I would think it would be around 242 million. So my entry on this was 0.0145. I really wanted to get in at 125, but I dragged my feet. I'm not going to lie, and I wanted to see how it opened this week. So put IFIS on your watch list because, in my opinion, it is just a matter of time before this one starts moving. E-Rock here from Buffalo Fireside Chats. It has been awesome watching this channel grow and sharing thoughts about everything from bourbon to chicken wings and, of course, stocks and investing. There is much more to a company than the price action, and that is the people behind the ticker. I truly believe in connecting with people that have a vision and a plan on making that vision become a reality. I really want to see lots of these great people change the world. You know, over the last year, I've had the pleasure of sitting down with a number of CEOs and management personalities and people in the trenches of the trading world. There is so much to be learned, and I look forward to building a community that values more than a ticker's price, but the people behind the business. Join the BFC family because the best is yet to come, and remember, there is more that binds us than breaks us. Peace.